Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I'm finally picking up the camera because I am going to be making something really exciting. And you could already tell by the title, but it is a Calendula Salve. And I have made this before, and I didn't film the process because it was my first time and I was kind of in a rush. It was last time I was going to be with my parents, and this was something I really wanted to make for my mom. So it was like a last minute thing, like I gotta get this done before I leave. And that's kind of what's happening again. We're going to be with my family in like 1 or 2 days, and my mom is running low, so I want to make her some more. And it's not just for my mom, anyone could really use it. And I didn't really, or didn't hear much or didn't know much about calendula until I would say maybe about Christmas time, maybe a little bit earlier. I kind of started to have more interest for like what is it called? Like herbal medicines and different tinctures and teas, and kind of started to do a little bit of research. I bought some books, and I think this was around the time when I was doing my seed ordering for like my garden. And so I was like, okay, what can I order that I can plant and then harvest and do like herbal medicines out of? And then a little bit later, I found out my mom was sick, and that's when I like even encouraged me even more to dive in and even do more research. So I found out calendula is really healthy for you. You can make teas, you can make salves. It's just, if you want to do your research, you can, there's so much information about it. And again, I never really saw or heard of it until I actually did that one time, and I never realized how good it is for you or how many health properties it has. I have some written down. Let's see. So I'll just name off a couple. Yes, I'm old school. I like pen and paper. So a couple of the benefits are it's very anti-inflammatory, calms muscle spasms, potential ulcer, wound, hemorrhoid healer, helps increase blood flow and oxygen to wounds in affected areas, menstrual aid, antimicrobial and antiviral, improves oral health. It helps fight like mouth bacteria and promotes healthy oral environment, and also discourages cancer, fights carcinogenic activity within tumors, also activates the lymphocytes, I could be saying that wrong, which fight against foreign and infectious invaders. So when I read all of that, again, it was around the time when we found out my mom was sick, I was like, okay, this is amazing. This is like gold. And again, do your own research before you use it or, do anything with it. But in order to make this salve, you need calendula oil. And this is something that I infused. This one's been infusing for 2 months, which you don't really need to be infusing it for that long. But I kind of did it and kind of honestly forgot about it. And every time I'd remember, I'd be like, oh, I have to make that salve. And I would just forget. So today's finally the day. But the first time I made it, I think I had it infusing for maybe like 2 weeks. The longer, obviously, the better, because it gives it more time to infuse and kind of extracts more of the benefits. I believe there are ways where you can do it, like, I don't know if it's boiling, or I don't even want to say because I don't remember, but that's like a quick way of doing it. But again, you don't get all of the health properties. But the longer you let it infuse, the better. So like I said, this I actually started infusing April 6th, and it's already end of June, so a little over 2 months. And to make calendula oil, what I used was, you use dried calendula flowers, and I ordered mine off of Amazon. I'll link everything that I use down below. Most of it is off of Amazon, honestly. So if you've never seen them, this is kind of like half empty container, but they're just dried. That's like flower heads and petals in here. And this is what you could use for tea as well. But I use these dried calendula flowers. And you can use oil of choice. So it depends what you're going to use the oil for. You can use oil even for cooking, like to add to recipes. You can just use calendula oil alone. But I'm going to go a step further and use it to make a salve. And I infuse this, I believe it's dried calendula flowers and jojoba oil. think that's how you say it, jojoba oil. And I just ordered, you know, 100% organic, I believe, also on Amazon. I'll link it down below. And filled up this jar. So you need about half a container of dried flowers, and then you pour your oil of choice. So again, depending on what oil you decide to use, over the flowers. And some places say to store it in like a sunny, warm location to enhance infusion. Other places I've read say to store it in a dark cabinet or something. So I did both. I had it out in the sun, and then after it stood out, not like out in the sun, but you know, like on the dresser in my room where there was sun. And then I would shake it up every day, or when I'd walk by, just remember to kind of shake it up, to kind of mix it up. And then I ended up putting it in the cabinet because, like I said, it's been so long since I've had it infusing. And on here it says to infuse at least 3 weeks or up to a couple of months. So like I said, the longer the better. And then what I'm going to do right now is actually strain the oil from the flowers. I just have like a measuring cup here, and I'm just using a cheesecloth. I actually used this last time, so it's a little bit colored, but this is my Calendula cheesecloth, and that's what I'm just going to use to strain the oil out of here. In order to make the salve, it's actually really simple. You don't need a lot of ingredients. You just need 1 cup of the calendula oil, 3 to 4 tablespoons of beeswax. I bought these like beeswax pellets. I believe there's other ones you could use too. You can, you know, I'm sure buy like beeswax bars and like shred it. But this is what I ordered. It's organic. Again, got it off of Amazon. And about 3 to 4 tablespoons. It depends if you're going to use shea butter or shea. I call it shea butter. So again, this is 100% pure shea butter. This is optional. If you are using shea butter, then you're only going to use 3 tablespoons of beeswax and 2 tablespoons of the shea butter. I did add it because, again, this does have a lot of health properties, good for your skin, and what I was making it for was for my mom, was for a scar she had from surgery. So I wanted to include this because I felt like it would add more like moisturizer and good for the skin. So that's what we'll be using. Oops, sorry. And then for containers, I also got these off of Amazon. So this is a smaller, like 2-ounce container. It's really cute, like has a lid, pops off. There's this one, and then I ordered a little bit of a bigger one. This is the 4-ounce one, so comparison in size. And then you could also use tin ones. This is gonna be my first time using a tin one. Really cute too. They just unscrew, and perfect right for there. So this recipe makes about 10 ounces. So I'm going to use, these both are 4 ounces, and then I have a 2-ounce, so that'll be perfect for 10 ounces. Last time I used the smaller 2-ounce jars. This is the one I made last time. It's really cute. I don't know if you could tell. I just bought these round stickers, like labels in Walmart, and then printed out these cute labels, and then I gave them away, like I said, to my mom, to my sisters, and this is mine. I've been using it. I absolutely love it. It's about halfway gone. I could use it more often, but sometimes I honestly forget. So yeah. So it's going to look like I'm not making a lot because I'm only using 3 containers. Last time I made 5, and it seemed like a lot more. But 2 of these are like bigger size containers because, again, I want to make quite a bit for my mom. Before you start, you kind of want to make sure you have everything ready because the process moves kind of quickly. And after it heats up, it does cool pretty quickly too, especially if your house is pretty cold inside. So you just want to have everything ready. I'm going to open my jars. I have a piece of parchment paper right over here. I'm going to put the jars on. This way, when you're pouring it in, if anything spills, it's easy to just throw away the parchment paper. So I have both of these glass containers. And then I'm going to try the tin container, which I'm excited about too. It's cute. And yeah, so first thing I'm going to do is strain this calendula oil that's been infusing. And then we'll go from there. So this actually, I mean, it's still straining out. Sorry, I should have moved you in closer. This is actually made 1 1/4 cup, which is awesome. I remember I poured a little bit of extra jojoba oil in here. So what I'll do is just pour off fill a little bit extra back into this jar, and I'll just use the 1 cup, and then this way I'll have the remaining for another time. And I'm just going to strain this, try to get as much oil out as possible. And what I did last time too, because I felt bad just throwing these infused flowers away, because I'm like, they still contain a lot of like oil and stuff. So I actually made like a bath scrub or like a foot scrub. I used, what is it called? Bath salts, Epsom salt, that's the word. I actually just took some Epsom salt, I think a little bit of baking soda, some pink Himalayan sea salt, added some essential oils, and then added the flowers in there too, mixed it up. And it did make it a little bit greasy, so this probably wouldn't be something that I would pour like into an entire bathtub. But if you're doing just like a separate little foot soak in like a little tub, or even you could use it as like a foot scrub because it contains the oils in there, and it's like, you know, feels very moisturizing. Oh, also I forgot to add that I will be adding essential oils. You can do whichever ones you want. I personally, last time I used wild orange, tea tree, lavender, and eucalyptus. Those are all really good too, and I think it smells really good. I forgot to get those out, so I'll have to get those real quick before I start. Okay, so my hand is nice and moisturized. I actually got about 1.5 cups after squeezing all of that out. I'm gonna pour a little bit out. Okay, that's about good. I have my makeshift double broiler right here, and we're gonna turn about medium-high just to warm up, and we're gonna mix all of the ingredients right in here. So I'm adding my 1 cup of the calendula oil. Like I said, since I am adding shea butter, I'm going to only put 3 tablespoons of beeswax. Two tablespoons of shea butter. And this is a 2 tablespoon thing, so. Just going to add my essential oils. And we're just going to wait until everything melts and is combined. So this is almost done. Just a little bit of the beeswax left. It's getting close. And as soon as those melt, we will take it off the heat. And as you can tell, so I don't know if you can see, but I turned it down to pretty low so that it's not too hot. Just want it warm enough to keep it going and for it all to melt. So I think just a little bit longer, and then we can pour them into the containers. So pretty. I think I'm going to try using the spoon to pour it in. Start with this one. Yay! Alright, so these are all set. You want to leave the lid off until they completely cool off and they'll start to harden a little bit. And so we're just going to set these aside, let them cool off, and yeah, they're ready to go. Like I said, I'm just going to make the little labels. This way when you give it to someone, it's nice. They know what it is and what kind of oils are in there. Just carefully move this over to the side and let them cool off. So excited. These have hardened. So pretty. They smell so good too. So this is the original labels I did last time, and then I tried printing them today, but my printer was out of ink. So this is what they ended up looking like. It's kind of ugly, but it's fine. And then I ended up making this other salve. It's the citrus eucalyptus hand salve. It's my first time making this, so I'll try it out and let you know how it goes. But this one smells really good too. Like I said earlier, I have already made this and I have been using it. And I absolutely love it. Even my mom, she's been using it too, like I said, on her scars. and everything has healed up really nice. And she has been using a different lotion too, so I can't say it was 100% just this, but you can use it for so many things. I will even use it on my face, like if my face is feeling extra dry. It's good for acne. I actually have a whole list. So rashes, sunburns. About 2 weeks ago, my husband and I went to the beach, and of course he didn't put any sunblock on, and he got really burnt. I got a little bit burnt too, but in the areas where like I don't have like that much of a tan. And I put this on right away, like after I took a shower, and I didn't peel. My husband, however, did, but I don't think he put it on right away. I think he waited a little bit, like maybe the next day, because at first he was like, no, I'm fine, but he was red. So I can't say, again, everyone's skin is different, everyone reacts differently, but from what I've used and what I've seen, it's amazing. Also for swelling, I think I already said eczema, acne, so like for your face, stings, wounds, burns, scrapes, chicken pox, cold sores, like if your cuticles are cracked and dry, chapped lips, dry feet, scars, scrapes. I mean, stuff is amazing. And so yeah, sometimes too, I like to put on, it is a little bit like oily, greasy, I would say. It's not like a lotion really. I mean, it's very moisturizing, but I like to do, especially after I shave, and it feels really good. It helps with like razor burns or anything like that. Or like I said, if my face is feeling extra dry, really for anything you can use it. And it's all homemade, organic, and this stores for a really long time. Homemade salves can store, you know, for years. You just want to keep it in like a cooler, dark place, like in a cabinet, and not just like out in the sun, like on the dresser, which I have to get better about putting it in a drawer so it's not exposed to the sun as much. Over a while, it will lose a little bit of its medicinal properties, but it does store for a really long time. And yeah, it's a great way to, it's also a great thing to give as gifts. So I was thinking probably for Christmas or for birthdays, I think it'd be something really nice to give, something homemade and something that really anyone could use. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I know I haven't posted in a really long time, but I really want to do a garden tour soon. It is completely different. I'll try to include like pictures or clips when I do the garden tour of like before and afters. That's just kind of been my therapy, if you will say, like my go-to anytime I'm having a rough day, or I mean, I'm in there a lot of the time, but I really enjoy it. It's been great for me so far, and I'd love to take you along and kind of show you what my garden looks like. So hopefully that'll be the next video, and hopefully it won't take me 2 months to post it. But again, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.